Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 Yankees on here today, and it is May 20th. And we got the Yankees traveling to Toronto for game 2 of this 4-game series. And leading off for New York is center fielder Mickey Rivers. Batting second, playing second, Willie Randolph. Batting third on the catching, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing DHing is Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing third base is Greg Nettles. Batting seventh, playing left field is Lou Piniella. Batting eighth and playing first base, Jim Spencer. Batting ninth, doing playing shortstop is Bucky Dent, and on the mound for the Yankees, Jim Beattie. And for the hometown Toronto Blue Jays, leading off playing center field is Rick Balsetti. Batting second, playing right field, Bob Baylor. Batting third, playing third base, Roy Howe. Batting fourth, playing first base, John Mayberry. Batting fifth, playing left field, Jim Hutton. And batting sixth, DHing is Sam Ewing. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Rick Cerrone. Batting eighth, playing second base, Dave McKay. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, Luis Gomez. And on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays is LEMANCZKY. And we get down here to the field to get this game started. And you can see Toronto's upcoming schedule. They got a doubleheader tomorrow, the 21st, against these Yankees. Then Boston comes to town. But leading off today is going to be Mickey Rivers, batting 246 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs. Dave LeMancZky is 1-2. He's got 8 starts. He's got a 5.36 ERA. And here's going to be the first pitch to Mr. Randolph. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart at second. And that'll be out number 1. And we now have now we got Willie up. That was Mickey that grounded out the second. And Willie's up now, batting 299 with a homer and 14 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll make him an 8. And an 8 on a 9 is going to be a pop up down the second. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here. And that'll bring up Thurman Munson now. And Thurman Munson is batting 296 on the year with 3 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Howe. 1, 2, 3 goes the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees nothing. Balsett, Baylor, and Howe do up here. Rick's batting 265, 2 homers and 10 RBIs, going up against Jim Beattie, his 5th start of the year. He's 2-1 with a 2.54 ERA. Here's the pitch to Rick. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Toronto gets the leadoff batter aboard here. And that brings up Bob Baylor now. And Bob is batting 238. He's got a homer and 8 RBIs. Can the Yankees turn 2 is the question. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers in center field for out number 1. And Roy Howe's up now. And Howe's batting 231, 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be a ground ball double play as Howe could not beat the throw. 4-6-3 double play gets the Yankees out of that one. Nice play by Willie and Bucky turning that one. When we get to the top of the second, it is still not nothing. We got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up. As you can see the team comparisons here, the Yankees are 24-10, batting .281 with a .341 on base percentage, slugging .447 and an OPS of .787. Toronto's playing 500 balls, 17-17, batting .269. .350 on base percentage, slugging .468 and an OPS of 818. And here's the pitch to Reggie, and that's going to be against the righty. Against the righty. That's going to be a base hit, infield hit for Reggie. He puts on the Jets, makes it down the first, and up to the plate now is Chris Chambliss. See if Chambliss can keep this merry-go-round going. Batting .278 with 2 homers and 20 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. Chambliss walks on down the first. Jackson trots down the second. And we got first and second and nobody out here in the top of the second. Greg Nettles up to the plate. Greg's batting .260. He's got 7 homers and 21 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that's going to be a 1-6-3 double play. So Toronto does a good job here. Turns 2. Now there's 2 outs with a runner on at third. So Nettles hits into the double play. It's up to Sweet Lou Piniella to come through here. Piniella batting .341, 2 homers and 15 RBI. And that's going to end the inning. That's going to be a pop-up into foul territory. And John makes the catch for out number 3. So the Yankees strand 1. We're still knotted up, nothing. We go to the bottom of the second. Mayberry, Hutton, and Ewing due up here. Alrighty. And here's the pitch to Mayberry. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson in right field for out number 1. And now we got Tom Hooten up, and Hooten is batting .333 with a homer and 11 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. 10, 8. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So Toronto's got a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Sam Ewing, the runner down at first. The Yankees turn another double play here. This is Sam's first at bat of the season. And in 1978, he batted a .679. He had 2 homers and 9 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike out Sam for out number 2 as Clinton Parks joins us here. Yeah, you're right, Clinton. It does, don't it? Yep. Yes, it does. Now we got Rick Cerrone up, batting .280 with no homers and 10 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the third. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Spencer Denton. Then we turn it over to Mickey. And Jim's batting .283. He's got 3 homers and 8 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be an E4. So Spencer's aboard here. McKay makes an error. That brings up Bucky Dent now. And Bucky's batting .282, homer and 12 RBI. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. That one sneaks by Mayberry and McKay. So base hit in the right field, and the Yankees again. This is like deja vu all over again, according to Yogi, just like the first inning. First and second, and nobody out. Can the Yankees cash in this time? Mickey's up. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Cerrone takes the mask off, makes the catch for out number 1. So here's a Willie. It'll take probably a double to score Spencer with his speed. Willie popped up the second first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. Balsett's got that one. Up to Munson here. Again, the Yankees got first and second with nobody out, and they haven't even moved the runners over. And Thurman, he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Yankees strand 2. We go to the third, bottom of the third, still nothing. You got the bottom part of the order due up here for Toronto. McKay, Gomez, and it'll turn over to Bassett. And Dave's batting .241. He's got a homer and 5 RBI. And that ball's well hit. See what Dave's going to do here to lead off this inning. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Jackson gets over quickly, cuts it off. Holds McKay to a single. We got a runner down at first. Nobody out now for Gomez. And Gomez is batting .294 with 3 homers and 15 RBI. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. 36 on a 1, probably fielding column 3. Yep. So they'll strike him out. So that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Gomez out for out number 1. Big strikeout. At the top of the order we go. Rick Bassett, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Can Bucky turn this into a double play? Nope, they'll get the lead runner out at second. But Rick's too fast to double up. So now there's 2 outs and Rick down at first for Bob Baylor. He flew out the Rivers his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Jackson. That'll end the inning. Toronto strands 1. Top of the 4th we go. Got the big boys due up here. Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. See if they can make some noise here in this 4th inning.
LEMANCZKY.
Take a drink here, folks. Sorry about that. You see the Yankees' upcoming schedule. You got the doubleheader against Toronto. Then the Yankees go home to play Cleveland, and then Toronto shows back up. Here's the pitch from LEMANCZKY to Reggie. And that's going to be another base hit in the left field rather. So Reggie's aboard again. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. And now you got Chris Chambliss up. And Chambliss walked his last time up, and the Yankees had first and second and nobody out. Let's see what he can do again. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 26 on a 1 might be fielding column 2. Barely fielding column 2. And they get the runner down at second. He spins around, fires down to Gomez. Now you got Chambliss down at first for Greg Nettles and 1 out. As Aaron Reed joins us here. And Greg, he grounded into a 1-6-3 double play his last time up. Not this time though, folks. It's going to be a single in the right field. And with Chambliss' speed, he's going to stop at second. So again, the Yankees got first and second. This time with 1 out. And Lou Pinella's up. And Lou popped up to first time up. And not this time. Lou gets a hold of this and should put the Yankees on the board. And that ball is driven into right field. Question is, will Nettles make it down the third? And home. And no, he's going to stop down there at second, not third. I'll get it right. That ball's hit in the right field, and with Nettles' speed, it'll be second and third. But the Yankees take a 1-0 lead here. Nice job by Lou Piniella. RBI double. And that'll bring up Mr. Spencer. And Jim reached on an error his first time up. He's got 2 Yankees in scoring position. He bust this game open here in the fourth and give the Yankees a 3-0 lead. Here's the pitcher, Jim. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a 15-8. It's going to be a single in the right field. And let's see here. I still don't think Lou's going to make it home. But Bob doesn't have a very good arm out there. So what do we got here? 46. That's a 29. Only a 5 speed. 22. 22 with Dent coming up. 22 with Dent coming up. And we're going to hold him there at third. That's going to be an RBI single. We're going to have first and third. Play it a little cautious here. See if Bucky with 1 out. If there was 2 outs, we probably would have sent him. Of course, he'd have got a better jump. And Bucky did single his last time up. The Yankees are up 2-0 now. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2? That'll be the question, and they sure do. That'll be a 4-6-3 double play. Toronto gets out of the inning, but the Yankees score 2 and take a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Howe, Mayberry, and Hooten due up here. And Roy grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Lou's got it. And that'll be out number 1. And now we got John up. Mayberry flew out the Reggie first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the great fielding third baseman Nettles makes an error. And that'll put Mayberry aboard here with 1 out. And here comes Tom up to the plate now. Tom singled his first time up. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That ball's hit down to Bucky. He fires over to Randolph to Chambliss for a 6-4-3 inning double play. The pitcher's best friend. We go to the top of the fifth. It's still 2-0 New York. We got the top of the order due up here. Mickey's 0 for 2. Grounded out the second and popped up to the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field for out number 1. See if Willie can get on board for the big boys. He's popped up the second, flew out the center. And he gets a hold of this one, drives it into left field, turns on it. Tom gets over there, quickly cuts it off, holds Willie to a 1-out single. And here comes Thurman Munson now. And Thurman's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a 38. And let's see here, 56. And the pitcher said that'll be a rare play, a 38. The runner on first. We'll have to re-roll some dice here. 25 on a 38. Is a 16. That ball's going to be hit down the third. Roll dice here. 56 on a 3. That'll be fielding column 3. And what did I say? It was a 16. I think that's what I said. 16. Yep, down the third single. Batter takes second on wild throw. Runner to third. F scores. So Randolph's going to score. So that was a single in the left field. And that'll be a single to third, an infield hit. So that'll be a single. That'll be an E5. Runner on first will get the score, and the batter will go down to second. So now we got a runner down at second and still one out, and the Yankees up 3-0. Here comes Reggie. And Jackson is 2 for 2 today, 2 singles. Can he keep it up here? Make this a 4-0 ball game. And he sure does, folks. He squares it up. How far is it going to travel? And that ball is into the gap out in deep center field over Rick's head. And Reggie's going to run for a while, folks. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man. He's turning the corner for third, and he's in there with an RBI triple. As D. Scott Harris joins us here. And now you got Chris Chambliss up, and that's going to force the Blue Jays to bring the infield in. That's going to get the bullpen up here. We're going to be getting a lefty up here in the bullpen. With all these lefties in this lineup. Michael Wills will be getting up. And Chambliss now. He's 0 for 1. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice and came around the score. Infield in. Can't afford to give up any more runs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And with Baylor's arm, it's a good chance Jackson will score on this. Let's see. 22 on a 2 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And it's going to be a re-roll of dice here. 247. Like I say, with Bob's arm there, Reggie should be able to walk in. And a 66 is the only roll that's going to get Reggie out. And he walks in, no problem. And makes it 5-0. So a sacrifice fly by Chambliss. 2 outs, nobody on now. And Nettles comes up to the plate. And Greg is 1 for 2. He grounded out and singled and came around the score. And that ball is high. That ball is far, folks. That ball is going. Home run, Greg Nettles. He turns on that one and deposits it out there in the football field behind the field. And it is now 56-0. And this will be Dave's last batter one way or the other. Old Lou's up. He's 1 for 2. He's doubled and popped up first. And that's a swing and a miss. He gets Lou. But he won't be coming out for the 6th inning, I'll tell you that. With Spencer coming up. So the Yankees score 4, make it 6-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ewing, Cerrone, and McKay do up here. Ewing, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fires across the diamond to Chambliss. Oh, that's right, Spencer's playing first. Over to Spencer. And Cerrone's up now. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Jackson and right for out number 2. Dave McKay's up now. And Dave's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right. And Reggie takes care of that one. So that'll end the inning. And like I say, that's going to be it for Dave. We'll have a new pitcher here for Toronto. They'll bring in the lefty. And where's Mike? There he is. This is Mike's 11th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 2.04 ERA. He'll be facing Spencer, Dent, and then Rivers. And Spencer's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and reached on an error. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Howe. He fires over to first for out number 1. And that'll bring up Bucky Dent now. And Bucky is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded into a double play. And that's going to be a rare play of 39. 23 on a 39. It's going to be a 23. It's going to be a ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bucky. See if he can take advantage of the 1-0 pitch. And he does. Drives that ball the other way in the right field. Bucky's on with a 1-out single. Back to the top of the order we go, and Mickey Rivers. And Rivers is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the strikeout now for him. And that'll be 2 outs, and Willie's up now. And Randolph's 1 for 3. He's popped up, flew out, and singled and came around the score. And that's going to be a 36. That might be a wild pitch. Nope, that's going to be a rare play. 65 on a 36. Yeah, 65 on a 36. It's a 30. And let's see, a balk. Balk. Yep, that's going to be a balk. So he balks. Balks the runner over to second. So now we got a runner down at second and 2 outs for Willie. See if Willie can drive him home and take advantage of this balk. And he might just do it. He squares it up, folks. Dents don't have the greatest speed out there, but there is 2 outs. That will be a single in the right field. And re-roll a dice here. 5. That'll be a 56. He should score easily because, like I say, I keep saying that Bob does not have a good arm out there at all. Again, a 66 will be the only thing that gets him out. So he scores on the single. And it is now 7-0. Nice job by Willie. Taking that ball the other way. Willie's down at first now. For Thurman Munson. Munson's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bob. He makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees tack on another insurance run. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-0 New Yorkers. You got Gomez. And then back up to the top with Rick Bosette and Bob Baylor due up here. And Luis is struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gray. Fires over to first for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. And Rick is 1 for 2. He's been on base both times. He singled and reached on a fielder's choice. And that'll be the first time they get him out. That ball's hit back to Jim. He fires over to Jim. The Jim and Jim show. That's 2 outs. And Bob Baylor up now. And Bob, he is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And that's going to be out the left. So let's hit it to every outfield there is. And that'll be 3 outs for him. 3 fly balls, 3 outs. And that'll end the inning. We go to the 7th. And it's a 7-run ball game, folks. And we got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. And Reggie's having a great game. He is 3 for 3 with an RBI triple. And he squares this one up. Reggie is smoking hot here, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. See ya later, alligator. It's 8-0. Reggie Jackson's a double away from the cycle here, folks. That'll bring up Mr. Chambliss now. He's 0 for 1. He has walked, reached on a fielder's choice and had a sacrifice fly. And that's going to be another base on balls. Chris will trot on down the first. Still nobody out here in the 7th. And Greg Nettles is 2 for 3. He's homered in this game and single. And that's going to be a ground ball. They're not going to be holding Chambliss on. He's no threat to steal. So they're going to get the runner out at second. And that'll be all they get. That'll be a 3-6 put out. Chambliss down at first now for for Lou Piniella. Yeah, Nettles down at first now for Lou Piniella. We'll get this right. And Lou's 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be a double play as Lou can't beat the throw. That's a 4-6-3 double play. That'll end the inning. The Yankees score 1 on the homer. Lead this game 8-0. We got Hal, Mayberry, and Hootendew up here. And Hal's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and thrown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Reggie can't get to it, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit. And the Blue Jays need runners in the worst way, down by 8. And John Mayberry is up now. He has flown out the right and reached on an error. And that's going to be another fly ball. This time Reggie gets to it, makes the catch. Round number 1. And here's Tommy. And Tommy is 1 for 2. Singled and grounded into a double play. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, Jim's kind of struggling a little bit here in this 7th inning. Can he get the double play ground ball to get out of this? Sam's up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out the third. Not the greatest of speed on the pads here for Toronto. And that's going to be a infield fly, rules in effect. And that'll be caught and make an official out. Is Nettles. So now there's 2 down for Rick Cerrone. Trying to at least like to get on the board here. Rick has flown out the center and right. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And how ball, he'll still probably score on this one, folks. Even with his speed with 2 outs. So he'll score with no throw. The question is, will Tom go down the second and he's going to stay put? Because his run means nothing. Oh, the Blue Jays get on the board here in the 7th. And make it 8-1. And that'll bring up McKay now. And McKay is 1 for 2. He singled and flown out the right. And all of a sudden, the Toronto Blue Jays are starting to nail old Jim. He squares this one up, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. And let's see if Cerrone can score here. And it'll be a 51 minus a 33. 28. They're going to send him here. See if you can get a 2 RBI double. 54 or lower. He's safe. And he walks in easily. That's a 2 RBI single. Double, rather. So I'll get it right. And all of a sudden now, Toronto has scored 3 runs here in the 7th. And Lefty Gomez is up, and he is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. But it's now an 8-3 ball game as we go to the 8th inning, folks. We got Spencer, Dent, and Rivers. We're going to try to get Mike through this inning. This will be his last inning of work. Spencer's up now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Spencer for out number 1. Here comes Bucky. He's having a good game. He is 2 for 3. Single twice and grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the second for out number 2. See if Mickey can get a 2-out rally going. He's 0 for 4. He is grounded out, popped up, flown out, and struck out. He's done it all today. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. And that'll end the inning. Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. And I think that's going to be it for Jim. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Got the top of the order due up. Righty, righty, and then the lefties come up after that. So let's see. I believe we're going to go with Eastwick here. Eastwick will come into the game. Oh, you're welcome, Johnny. Nice to see you, man. And let's see here. Eastwick is coming into the game. This is Eastwick's 10th appearance of the year. He's got a no record with a 3.31 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the top of the order here. And here's the pitch to Rick. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So he strikes out the first batter. Nice job by Eastwick. Brings up Bob Baylor now. Bob's 0 for 3. He's flown out to all 3 outfielders, left, right, and center. And that's going to be a rare play. 40 and a 65. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1 on Bob. And that's going to be a ground ball down the nettles. He fires over to Spencer for out number 2. And Tim D joins us here. And Roy Howell's up now. He's 1 for 3. He's grounded out, flown out, and singled. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Eastwick. That'll end the inning. Blue Jays go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 9th. It's an 8-3 ball game. Got the top of the order due up here for the Yankees. See who the Blue Jays will bring into the game here. And Kurtwood's going to come into the game. Try to keep this a 5-run ball game. And this is Kurtwood's 8th appearance. He's 1-0 and hasn't given up a run yet this year, folks. He's got Randolph, Munson, and Jackson due up here. Willie's having a good game, 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. Willie will trot on down to first with a leadoff walk. You see the team comparisons there. The Yankees have scored 180 runs, hit 61 homers, stolen 19 bases, been caught 6 times. Toronto's got 146 runs, 28 homers, 11 stolen bases, and also been caught 6 times. And here's Thurman Munson now. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second, down the third. Hal's got it. He'll make the catch. Excuse me for out number 1. And here's Reggie. He's a double away from the cycle, folks. 4 for 4. A single, 2 singles, a homer, and a triple. Can he get the cycle, folks? Not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. And that'll end the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It is an 8-3 ball game. The question is, does Eastwood stay in and pitch to these lefties? And I say no. I'm going to go to the bullpen. And Ken Holtzman's going to come out of the pen and try to lock this game down. Bring on the lefty. Toronto most likely will be going to their bench then. The lefty comes out of the bullpen. Let's see here. This is Holtzman's 5th game. He is 1-2 with a terrible 19.29 ERA. Doug Holt will come out off the bench. Pitch hit here for Mayberry. And he'll stay in the game if Toronto can score 5 runs and play first if need be. And Doug is batting .417. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Holtzman gets a strikeout to start this ninth. 1 down now. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here for Tommy. And Otto Valdez is going to come off the bench, and he'll stay in and play left field if they can tie this game up. And Otto's batting .219 on the year, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bucky at short. He fires across the diamond for out number 2. And let's see here. Need another pitch hitter for Ewing here. You know what? They're going to let Ewing hit. Going to let Ewing hit. Because the rest of them's lefties on the bench also that can play. Well, you can bring anybody in the DH. They're going to let Ewing hit. We're going to stick by it. Ewing's 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mickey's out there. And that ball is going to be a single. And then Mick's going to throw that ball, bobble that ball. And that's going to let Ewing get down the second, folks. So at E8, now you got a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Toronto's not done yet. So Ewing makes the Toronto Blue Jays manner look like a genius by staying in the game. Now you got Rick Cerrone up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI today. He's flown out the center and right his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Spencer's got it. Tosses it over to Ken covering. And that's your ball game. Yankees win 8 for 3. Yeah, DH. We don't need no stinking DH, do we, Clinton? And let's take a look here at the box score. See what the star is. Blue Jays turned 4 double plays against the Yankees. So the Yankees, 8 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. The Blue Jays, 3 runs, 7 hits and 2 errors. Randolph, 2 for 4. Reggie Jackson was the man of the hour. 5 for 4, a double, no, a single, a triple, and a homer, folks, and driven in 2 runs. Chambliss, he goes 0 for 1, but he walked twice. Greg Nettles 4 for 2. And Bucky Dent 4 for 2. Yankees 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They only left 5 men on base. And the only notable Blue Jay was Dave McKay with 2 hits. And he had a double. Toronto was 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Just didn't have many opportunities against Jim. They left 4 men on base. Jim goes 7 innings, picks up his 3rd win. He's 3-1. Yeah, Jackson's off to a hell of a start, John. That's for sure. Batting 3-something. We'll take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard after this. Jim, 6 hits. Oh, excuse me. Let me take a drink here. 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 3. Eastwick comes in, pitches an inning, strikes out 1. Holtzman comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, and strikes out 1. No, darn it. Ain't that awful?
LEMANCZKY.
Excuse me. And Dave LEMANCZKY goes to 1-3, 5 innings, gets roughed up with 10 hits, 6 runs, walked 1, struck out 2, gave up the 1 homer. Mike Wills comes in, pitches 3 innings, adds gas to the fire, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. Kurt Ward comes in, shuts the Yankees down in 1 inning, walked 1. Too little, too late. Let's see here. Go to the standings here in the leaderboard. And the Yankees are, oh, let's do fast play. Let's do that first before we do that. Go to fast play here and do the American League. Sorry about that. We got the Orioles taking on the Indians in Cleveland. Then we'll look at the scoreboard. Leaderboard, rather. And the Indians hold on to beat the Orioles 2-1. Let's see what the star here is. A walk-off win for the Indians. How many innings did it go? That's the question. Take a look here. It went just 9 innings. How about that? Orioles score a run in the top of the 9th to tie it, and the Indians come right back to win it. Indians 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. The Orioles 1 run on only 3 hits. See the scorecard here. I'm sure that was a home run probably. Nope. That was an RBI single that drove in the run. Yeah. RBI single by Murray. Let's see if it was a walk-off homer. Nope. It was a walk-off single to win the game. Then we got the Red Sox traveling to Detroit. And Dennis Eckersley, who's off to a rough start, 2-3 with a 6.66 ERA, taking on the Tigers. Dennis, in real life, had a hell of a 78 year. Right there with Guidry, second in the Cy Young voting. And X straightens it out today. Boston 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Tigers 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Eckersley goes the distance. And then you got the Twins going to KC. See what happens out here in Show Me State of Missouri. Excuse me for a minute. My grandson's first year checkup, got some shots. My daughter's let me know how it went. Everything's went well, she said. That's good to hear. And now you got the Angels traveling out to Milwaukee to take on the Brew Crew. And the Brew Crew wins 7-4 on 13 hits and no errors. The Angels 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Then you got the White Sox taking on the A's out in Oakland. And the A's win 8-5. Let's see what the Stars for. A walk-off. So obviously must have been a 3-run homer. Let's take a look at this. And who hit the home run? Alexander hit the 3-run homer. So the A's 8 hits, 8 runs, 1 error. The White Sox 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. And the last American League game here on the 20th is the Rangers and the Mariners. See what happens up in northwestern US of A. And the Rangers win a close one, 5-4 on 14 hits and no errors. The Mariners 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Now we'll take a look at the standings and the leaderboard. And the Yankees are 2 games up on Boston. Tigers dropped to 5 games back. The Brew Crew 5.5. Toronto falls to 8 games back. Orioles are now 12 games back, and the Indians are 13. Out west in the American League, the Twins are now 3.5 up on Chicago. And the Angels are 5 games back. Kansas City and Texas are 6.5 games back. Seattle has lost 6 in a row and are now 10 games back. And Jim Rice is leading the league with a .361 batting average. Reggie's up there with a .341. Reggie with 15 homers. Rice with 41 RBIs and Reggie with 34 RBIs. And the Gators leading the American League and Major Leagues with a 1 ERA. Several pitchers tied with 6 wins. And the Goose with 10 saves. And Rice is leading them by 11 points over Reggie in the MVP voting. And Larry Sorensen's leading in the Cy Young voting. And like I say, our next game will be a doubleheader on the 21st between these Yankees and Blue Jays. We'll have Figueroa going up against Underwood in game number 1. See who's going to be pitching in game number 2. And in game number 2, you'll have Ken Clay going up against Garvin. So should be a good matchup. I want to thank Tim D, Johnny Cracks Pax, Clinton Parks, Aaron Reed, and I believe that was everybody that stopped by today. Check out their great channels. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of Canada, you're going through customs, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care. Oh, you're welcome, Tim D.